Bonjour, welcome. Today, we are going to totally level up your French. We're going to zoom in on those small, but honestly super powerful words that can take you from sounding like you're reading from a textbook to sounding way more like a native speaker. And it all starts by breaking one very common habit. All right, first things first, let's talk about a trap that so many French learners fall into. I like to call it robot talk. You know that feeling, right? When your sentences just sound a little clunky, a little repetitive. It's usually because we're thinking in English first and just translating word for word, and we're missing all the beautiful little shortcuts that make French flow. Okay, have a look at this. J'aime ce film, je regarde ce film. Now, is it grammatically correct? Yeah, absolutely. But it just feels heavy, doesn't it? A native speaker would just never say it like this. This repetition is exactly the kind of thing we're going to get rid of today.
So does that sound familiar at all? If you're nodding your head right now, please do not worry. It is such a common stage for every single learner. But you know what? Today is the day we move past it for good.
So, what's the fix? How do we do it? Well, it's time for the pronoun power-up. Seriously, think of these as your secret weapons. They're what will make your French sound more elegant, way more efficient, and just authentic. And that's really all they are. When you think about it, they're just shortcuts. Instead of saying the same noun over and over again, you just swap it out for a tiny, powerful little word. This is the absolute key to unlocking that natural rhythm in your speech. We're going to start with the absolute fundamentals, the pronouns that replace the main who or what in your sentence. If you want the grammar terms, these are your direct and indirect objects. Okay, these three are your workhorses, le, la, and les. If you see it, love it, or know it, that's your direct object. We just use le for masculine things, la for feminine, and les for anything that's plural. Simple as that. Let's see it in action. So instead of saying, je vois la voiture, I see the car, you make it so much sleeker. Je la vois, I see it. See how much cleaner that is? That tiny word la just replaced the entire phrase la voiture. Now, this example is great because it shows something really cool. J'adore ce film becomes je l'adore. See how the le for le film gets shortened to just an L with an apostrophe? That's because it's right before the vowel in adore. It's a perfect little window into how French is always trying to create a smooth, connected sound. Okay, let's build on that. Next up are the indirect objects. Now, these little guys answer the question to whom or for whom. So think of verbs like talking to someone or giving something to someone. You're replacing that person. So instead of a sentence like je parle à Marie, I am talking to Marie, you streamline the whole thing. It just becomes je lui parle. I'm talking to her. And here's the best part. Lui works for both to him and to her. It's beautifully simple. All right, you've totally got the basics down. Now we get to the really fun stuff, the pronouns that don't have a perfect, neat little equivalent in English. Honestly, these are the ones that are going to make you sound seriously advanced. Are you ready? Because these next two pronouns, y and en, they are your ticket to sounding truly fluent. Getting these down is an absolute game changer. First step, we have yged. Its main job is to replace a place. The easiest way to think about it is just to translate it in your head as the word there. It pops up all the time to avoid repeating a location, especially if that location was introduced with a word like à. Look at this quick conversation. Someone asks, tu vas à Paris? Are you going to Paris? Instead of repeating, oui, je vais à Paris, you just say, oui, j'y vais. Yes, I'm going there. It's so common and it just instantly makes you sound more natural. And next up is the absolute superstar pronoun, en. This little word is a powerhouse. It does two main jobs. First, it replaces quantities, like when you want some of something. And second, it replaces any noun that's introduced with the preposition de. Here is a perfect example of en being used for quantities. Someone asks, tu as des frères? Do you have any brothers? The natural response isn't just oui, j'ai deux, it's oui, j'en ai deux. That en stands in for des frères. It's like you're saying, yes, I have two of them. And that number, the deux, is the really crucial part to notice here. With en, you replace the noun itself, but you always, always keep the specific number. You're literally saying, yes, I have of them, too. It's a small detail, but it makes a huge difference in how natural you sound.
Okay, our final power-up is all about flow. We're going to stop speaking in short, choppy sentences and start using what are called relative pronouns to weave our ideas together into much more sophisticated thoughts.
Check out how this works. We start with two separate ideas. C'est la fille, that is the girl, and elle chante, she sings. We want to link them. The word we want to replace is elle, since she is the subject doing the singing. So we swap it out for qui, and the result? C'est la fille qui chante. That is the girl who sings. Just one smooth, connected sentence. So let's just take a step back and put this all together. You have just unlocked an entire toolkit that is going to fundamentally change the way you speak French. Okay, here it is. This is your new pronoun toolkit. To replace things, you've got le, la, and les. For people you're talking to, you have lui and leur. For places, you've got e. For quantities, you've got a. And to tie all your brilliant ideas together, you have qui. This is quite literally your new voice in French. You are no longer stuck in robot talk. You've got the tools now for fluid, natural, and really expressive French. So, the only question left is, what are you going to say first?